Coach pointed it out to me at the end. I think for 36 minutes they had scored 38 points. Obviously, that last 4 minutes in the first half, they were very impressively at 6 for 7 from 3. And we talked really when prepping for them. You got to make them uncomfortable because they can light up the scoreboard really quickly, and they sure did. And so they got themselves back in the game. And then I thought the zone gave us some problems. We got a little tentative against it. But towards the end of the game, our guys started feeling good again, started attacking the zone. Mike obviously hit a huge 3, and then Shane had a huge layup. So overall, very pleased with our effort. I think we took positive steps in the right direction today. We didn't play our best ball, but we played tough enough and good enough to win.
Do you take solace in the fact that kind of an off-shooting night and just there wasn't really a lot of rhythm, but yet you still never really relinquished the lead?
Yeah, because the one thing, all our guys want to make every shot they take, I know that. And the one thing that we can control really is effort and execution on the defensive end and on the backboard. And we did that. We did that all game. And they had 9 threes at halftime. That is very impressive. 9 threes at halftime, and they had 1 in the second half, and that was at the end of the game. And so, our team really executed defensively at the end, and I was very impressed.
What did you guys do against their 3, maybe in the second half? Was there anything different?
I just think more attention to detail. I think a little more communication. We challenged them at halftime, and they responded.
When you challenge them at halftime, is that a stern challenge, a vote? Are you raising your voices? Are you saying, what was that last 4 minutes? What's going on?
A little bit of both. I think there's always a time and place to raise your voice. I don't know if I got necessarily very loud at halftime, but more of a challenge. Like, if you guys want to win this game, we're going to have to run off the 3-point line. And one thing our team always does is competes and plays extremely hard. And so we didn't think that we lacked effort at all. It just lacked a little bit of execution. So talking a little bit about assignments, what to do, and we did it. And chased them off the line, and we really cleaned up the backboard really well. And I think that's why we won.
Mike, on Friday, you hit your first shot of the game, you hit your first 2 today. Are you growing more and more comfortable into the starting role right now?
I think so. I think just finally getting the rhythm down of the speed of the game. Trying to make sure I work in with everybody, with just comfortability with all my players.
Shane, with your 3-point shot, what's one of the keys? Is it just working on it? Did you adjust anything mechanically, or just kind of putting in the time to get to this point?
Just putting in the time to improve on my 3-point shot. I did that all summer too. I just didn't start too well with it the first 12 games, but starting to come along.
Coach, and you realize that he was shooting 9% at one point, now he's up over 30%. You never wavered in wanting him to continue to shoot from the perimeter, right?
No, I told you. The one thing about our senior class, and Alec and Shane particularly, they put in a ton of time. And when there's shooting slumps like that, especially to start a year, it can be a little more difficult. But I always have confidence because I know the work that they put in. If I don't see them in the gym and I don't see them putting up the shots, well, then maybe we're having more of a conversation. My big thing has always been just remain confident, shoot good shots. Sometimes when you get shooting slumps, you shoot bad shots, and so for Shane, it's just continue to shoot and finally the ball start to fall in a little bit.
Alec, it seemed like a good level of frustration out there, trying to call a timeout, they get a steal, just hitting some shots. What did you guys have to do to make sure you didn't let the frustration kind of hit a boiling point?
I had to get refocused. Just a fluke play. Just told the ref I wanted a timeout when I got there. Pointed at him. He didn't give it to me. They got a steal and layup and cut it, and we needed to regroup. And I think Coach called a timeout right then and there, and got us kind of refocused and got us to stop being so gun shy on the offensive end.
Al, did you feel like you were getting good shots today? Just same shots you usually get, just wasn't maybe falling today?
We try to get the best shot we can on the offensive end. Everybody does. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. For myself personally, the ball wasn't going in the basket tonight, so I just tried to get to the free throw line best I could.
Another weekend, Coach, where you've got 2 more victories. Things are sorting out below you in the conference. Green Bay lost. Just how nice does it feel to be 8-1 at the halfway point?
We'll take it, but reality is, I really truly do not look at the standings. I'm going to look at this game and how can we get better from this, and we're going to work on ourselves. No one knows this team like the coaching staff that's coaching it right now, and so I coach my team. I don't necessarily coach against someone else. I coach this team to be as best that they can be. Obviously we prepare for teams, but we want to continue to take steps in the right direction, continue to maximize what we can do. And so we're going to look at the film, we'll dissect it, we'll look at areas that we did pretty well, and then we're going to look at areas that we need to improve and work on those.
Micah, just as you've kind of gone through now half the conference games, just what is the speed? We talked a little bit about a month ago. What is the speed of these conference games like as you've been playing more and more of them?
From the beginning of the conference games, it slowed down a lot. So, but the startings felt kind of fast-paced. Kind of get used to knowing everybody that, like seeing UIC twice and seeing the other teams twice. It's like you get used to the play of certain players. So it's like it kind of slows down because you realize who you're playing. So.
Alec, you guys have been relying on newcomers a lot. Do they feel like newcomers anymore? No.
Played a lot of games. Played a lot of games this year with them, playing key minutes and key roles in important games. So, at this point, we expect everybody to be on the same page when we're out there. No matter what your age is and what position you are, you need to be on the same page when you're on the field.